I love traveling the world, but I love living in America. It has its own energy and the way you feel free. But if everyone is not free, we're not free. People are in bondage. And when you don't have God and you live in a system set for its own system, and those who operate are not operated by God, how are we changing that? Because Daniel was a faithful servant in every season. He was taken as a slave. He was a noble. He was a royal family. His friends, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, they were noble in the royal family. Ezekiel, he was in the royal family, but he lived with the people, was in the people, because he was a prophet giving hope to the people. God is going to change everything. Telling the Jewish people, have faith. Sorry. And we have to be hope breathers for America. There's hope. There's hope. There is hope. We're not going to be divided forever. And it is breaking my heart as much as it breaks God's heart. We need to break this system of hate, division. It is hate, division, jealousy. Especially jealousy is the worst kind of venom, because the only way you can heal jealousy is by bringing it to God, by saying, God, I'm feeling jealous about this person because this person is very friendly, charismatic, loved by everyone, but I don't feel that way. And my heart is like towards him is like a little aggressive, a little hateful. Please deal with my heart. Deal with my heart. I have to open up to God to deal with my heart. Otherwise, that jealousy would brew into spitefulness, scheme, and aggression and revenge for no reason. The other person would not even know what's happening. But unless otherwise we are spiritually alert, would be in the loophole of the enemy's trap. That's why we need to educate our children, teach our children who is who. We're not accusing anybody here, but it's very important to know our circle, because the reason I'm saying that is that when life is taken, there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back. This kid is gone. He's resting in peace. He rested. He doesn't have to deal with hate anymore. Nolan, Xavier, Wells, know your lane. That's what I say. Know your lane. Xavier, ሁሉንም ነገር ያስተካክለዋል። Know well God. Know well God. Know your lane. Know your lane with God. Then everything will be well. We have to teach our children to know their lane with God and be alert. Know their surroundings. Because the enemy, one thing I learned in this past months, I haven't been sleeping a lot the past few months, especially since the kid who got stabbed, and then the other kid who is convicted for 35 years, and then now this kid dying on 4th of July. The next generation are the target for the enemy to create division in the country. The enemy is focused on the next generation, the younger generation, to divide a country, to divide a nation, to divide people. The focus are the new generation, the next generation. Gen Alpha is coming up. Gen Z is like coming up with anger and a lot of questions. I'm sorry, Gen X. Gen Z, yeah, Gen Z. What are we preparing for Gen Alpha? Before we count 0 to 10, they are between 0 to 10, 1 to 10. Before we count 0 to 10, Gen Alpha is coming up with anger and a lot of question. We need to do better in America. This country is so divided, so much hate when we have everything in the tip of our finger. In the tip of our finger, we have everything. This country is so rich. Even if I didn't travel everywhere, I traveled a lot of places in America. I am marveled with the richness of every state different. But the amount of tension when I went to Utah, when I went to Colorado, the people, when they see my skin color and then how they scared of me, how they look at me, I was like, Cap, welcome to America. I was bougie living in the East Coast, New York and San Francisco, in the Bay Area. But the further you go, you see the tension and you feel so sad. I cried and prayed in my hotel room, God, heal this country. This is such a beautiful country and people live with fear just by looking at your skin color. People look at you some type of way and they have already some kind of fear and hate towards you without knowing you, just because you don't look like them. You don't look like them. But guess what? When we go to heaven, we like spirit. We don't have color. We wear different body. We'll be in a different body, transformed. We'll be brothers and sisters. How much a waste of life it is to be on this earth for a short period of time. And so much hate, so much division, so much fear. Fear makes you attack a person. Fear is the worst venomous spirit. The devil is what uses fear. The devil is demonic. Fear. Fear makes you retaliate. Fear makes you react. Fear makes you attack. For no reason. With no substance. It really breaks my heart. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to address this. But the only thing I do is pray day and night these days. I slept 2 hours last night because I couldn't sleep. Any mother could not sleep. Why would a mother bury her child? I'm a mother. I cannot imagine to see the pain of a mother. Any mother. Austin's mom, her eyes swollen, burying her twin son, her baby. Whether they're bullies, they're hateful, they've done so many things and they were caught before doing a hateful graffiti and then they bullied him, they did that, they jumped him. I don't think anyone deserves to die. And fear and frantic self-defense or whatnot. Carmelo Anthony is fed to the prison system. And the mother of Carmelo Anthony, look at her. Now, Nolan's mother and father, look at them. Who benefits? Who gains from this? No one. Family broken in pieces. Pray for this country. America is a beautiful country, but I don't think it realizes itself. The system is set to only divide. We need to do better. The system needs to change. The people in the system who are like the heart. We need a change of heart. I really like, the Bible says the righteous judges, right? We have judges. The mother of one of Nolan's friends is a judge in Mississippi. And some parents are doctors. They have their own tight circles. I have seen that circle. I lived in that circle. I know how tight the white American circle is. I've seen it. We need to do better. We need to love one another. This is a beautiful country. You open your door, you welcome me, and I come here. You don't show me the kitchen. You don't show me what's what. You don't educate me about the playground. The football in America is not the football in Ethiopia. Ethiopia is soccer, right? But we call it football. When you come to America, the football is, you play it with your hand. And that's a football. It's a different field, a different game, a different rule, a different structure. And then I try to play soccer in a football stadium because I don't know the system. Nobody shows me. Nobody tells me what's what belongs where, in the kitchen, in the living room, in the bedroom, how you live on this field, how you live in this structure. The structure is completely closed off. The system is set for its own circle. The system to its own system is a hard system to break. But guess what? When God says enough, it's gonna break down. It's gonna break down. Yep, look at this. It looked like a gold first, silver, bronze, and then iron and clay, and then the rock came and demolished it completely. Nebuchadnezzar, you think he's there anymore? He's